Celine fans! Alright, I just got back from my 13th Celine Dion concert, and as usual, it was absolutely fantastic. I don't know how the woman does it. She's just a total pro. She is so good. Everything she does is just amazing. I mean, really, what else can you say except that she's just fantastic? Alright, so just like last night's show, it started a little bit late tonight. I think we started about 15 minutes late, and the show ended at about 9:25. So it was pretty much the same like schedule as last night. So the show is a little bit longer than I had expected it to be, you know? So, let's see. Yeah, alright. So for this show, I was in the balcony. I've never been in the balcony at Caesars before. This is the 5th time I've seen Celine at Caesars, the 2nd time that I've seen the new show. So I was in the first row in the balcony in like the center section, and it is an entirely different experience sitting in the balcony than it is sitting in the orchestra or front orchestra section. It's different because you get to sort of take in more of the surroundings. You're not just focused solely on Celine. Well, I mean, I tend to focus just completely on Celine, and then whatever's in my peripheral vision is cool. But like last night, for example, I was so enamored with Celine about 10 feet in front of me that I couldn't even focus on anything else. I mean, if you asked me what the screen backdrops were, I wouldn't have been able to tell you. But tonight I got to see more of the larger picture because I was back further and I wasn't so you know, I wasn't as emotional, I wasn't as hyped up about, you know, being that close to Celine. So it was definitely a different experience. I would sit in the balcony again, even though it is farther away from Celine. However, I think that I probably would have reversed the way that I saw it. You know, I would have had, if I was doing 2 back-to-back nights, I would have the first night be in the balcony and then the second night down below, versus the first night down below and the second night in the balcony, because I just think it would have been better in that order. And I should have learned that from Montreal, because that's sort of what I did in Montreal as well. I started off the first night down below and the second night in the balcony, and I remember being like, what am I doing up here? But it was great, and the show is just amazing. I don't even know where to begin on it. I mean, at first I was really kind of disappointed that she was going to do so many covers in the show, but that said, and although I would prefer, you know, even though I would prefer a show that was all her songs or 90% her songs, I'm not disappointed with this new show, even though it is a lot of covers. I'm not disappointed because Celine does the covers so well, and you can tell that she's having a lot of fun doing the covers. So I think that her energy from all of that gets passed along to, you know, the people in the audience, and like me. So I think that because Celine's so excited about it and she does such a good job on everything, it doesn't matter that they're not really her songs. I mean, yeah, except that I don't really know the lyrics to the other songs. I just know the lyrics to hers. So I can't really sing along as much as I would like. And that is a little bit frustrating. But she did choose excellent songs to cover. It's a variety of songs. You know, she does an Ella Fitzgerald song, which is really, like, it has the, what's it called? Scat talk or something in it. I have no idea what it's called. She does that. She does a duet with Stevie Wonder. And the people who haven't seen the show before are like, you know, she says she's going to duet with Stevie Wonder. And if you haven't seen the show, you don't realize that it's just a hologram image of Stevie Wonder on the stage that she's interacting with. So that confuses a lot of people. It's pretty funny. Yeah, oh, so she mentioned like a while ago when she was talking about the concepts for the new show that she was going to have holograms, and I think that kind of confused all of the fans. I know it confused me. But the holograms, they actually do it twice. One, they have her on stage and she's singing as a holographic image, and it looks pretty, like, it looks more realistic than just a regular screen. So I'll say that. And then she comes, then they have the hologram on the stage of her, and then they have 2 larger screens on the side with her, a close-up of her face singing. And then she appears from the audience, and she walks down towards the stage. And that is crazy. That blew my mind yesterday when I saw it for the first time, because she hasn't, like, done that in a long time. I can't remember the last time she walked down an aisle as she was singing. It's really cool. I'm glad that she's doing that, and I think the fans are excited too that she's doing that. Because she's closer to everybody for that one song, and that's fantastic. Oh, I just don't even know where to begin. It's just amazing, and all the people I've talked to, well, most of the people I've talked to last night and tonight are very happy with the show in general. I was talking to 2 guys earlier, and they really weren't, well, one of them in particular was not very happy with how it ended with My Heart Will Go On, because he thought it was kind of a downer. But that said, My Heart Will Go On is one of her most famous songs, and she's ended with that song on the last 4 shows/tours. So it's not really a surprise that she would end with My Heart Will Go On, and I think it's fantastic. Oh, and the dress she wears for that, oh, it's this really vibrant colored teal dress, and it's strapless, and it has this sort of organza train on the back of it, and she's singing My Heart Will Go On, and she picks up the train sometimes, and she lets it kind of flow behind her. Oh, it's fantastic. It is so great. Everything is fantastic. Oh, and the Michael Jackson tribute, let me talk a little bit about that. So it is 2 songs. I think it's just 2 songs. Well, first it starts out with, while Celine's changing her costume, there are 3 cello players off to the side, and they're doing their thing, and it's a Michael Jackson medley of songs, and it's really upbeat and fun, and that kind of gets the crowd going. And then Celine comes out, and she's wearing this gold blazer, this gold sequined beaded blazer with black leather pants, and oh, it's just awesome, and like stiletto heels, of course. And so she starts off singing Ben, and then, and I'm getting text messages like crazy from all my peeps right now, and that peep was my mom. Yeah, so she starts off with Ben, and then she does Man in the Mirror, and Man in the Mirror is really good. I have to say that that's my favorite out of, the Michael Jackson songs. That's like my favorite one that, well, I don't know. I thought she did 3 Michael Jackson songs, but I can't think of the third one, if there is a third one. I'm just so overloaded with Celine right now that it's kind of hard to keep a train of thought and remember things correctly. The other thing, oh, and it wasn't, the Michael Jackson tribute wasn't like corny like I thought it was going to be. It wasn't, I don't know. It worked. It worked quite nicely, actually. And the James Bond medley, I was worried about initially because I was thinking it could be really kind of lounge act-ish if it was done incorrectly. However, Celine pulls it off, of course. Of course. I don't know why I doubted her on this, but Celine pulls it off. It starts with Goldfinger, and then it goes to Nobody Does It Better, and then finishes with Live and Let Die. Oh, it is great. I love James Bond movies, so to have Celine do the medley of them, it's really fun. And, okay, so Celine does a costume change right before the James Bond medley, and while she's doing the costume change, the orchestra is playing the James Bond theme, and they have graphics on the big screen, and the graphic towards the very end is RC dressed in a little tux, okay? And he's sitting cross-legged in that round sort of mod chair that they have at their home in Florida, and he's sitting in it, and it like spins around, and he just sort of goes like, and then it spins around again. It is the cutest thing ever. I think it's hilarious that she put him in there like that. Oh, RC is just adorable. Let's see. Oh, and then Celine does oh my gosh, this video is getting really long. So I'll just talk about a few more things, and then I'll bring up more stuff later, because I don't want you guys to get like bored, and I don't want this video to be 15 minutes long either. All right, so I'll talk about one more song. I'll talk about one more song, and I'm going to talk about Where Does My Heart Beat Now, okay? I have to say that out of all of the songs that Celine has in the new show, I was most thrilled about Where Does My Heart Beat Now, because that was like her first big English song, and for years she has not performed it live, and I've never quite understood why, because it's such a wonderful song. It's so moving, and it's her, like, it was her first big English language hit, so it didn't make any sense to me. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, you know, it's one of those songs that you just really wanted to hear. And so to actually hear her sing that, I mean, really, it just brought back memories of me hearing it on the radio when I was like a little kid. And so that was really just fantastic. And while she sings that, they have, first of all, on the video screen, they have Jay Leno introducing her on The Tonight Show, holding up the Unison record album, and because that was her first appearance in the US, was on The Tonight Show. And so they have that, and then they have all these mini video screens that come down around Celine, and they're all showing pictures and video clips of her throughout the years singing. It starts off early in the career with her when she was in her very, very, very awkward phase, and then it shows her kind of growing up and progressing through her career, and it's just awesome. It's just, as a fan, it is so moving to watch that. And yeah, and the song is just fantastic. Oh gosh, I mean, really. Just being able to hear that song actually was just, being able to hear her perform it live was really just like a dream come true. All right, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna change my shoes. I'm gonna change out of the gold heels, and I'm going to change into flats. And since I'm still all hyped up on Celine, and it's 10:20, and that's still early by Vegas standards, and I'm not gonna be able to sleep for a while because I did not sleep last night. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go out and like walk the strip, I think, a little bit. I think I'm gonna go look at the Bellagio fountains at night. I love the Bellagio fountains, you guys. All right, that's it. I better go. Bye.